What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. Now, today I want to have a little bit of I won't say a somber discussion, but a very realistic discussion. Now, I will start this off on a very positive note. We do have this amazing opportunity ahead of us. There is a daily Iris special running for the next 2 weeks. That's 14 days. You can acquire 100 Iris, paid Iris, a day for $4. Now, seems like a lot of money, but if you really think about it, it's really not that bad. In the end of the day, I think you come down to spending, what, 56? I think it's $56, something like that. I'm bad at math. So, let's see. 10 would be 14. So 50, well, let's say 50, yeah, $56. So it'd be $56, roughly, all in, for 2 weeks, and you get 100 Iris a day. That's 1,400 Iris. Compare that to 800 Iris for $74. It's a pretty phenomenal deal. Now, in the normal Iris sales, if you go down here, it's 1,400 Iris is $79. So even there, it's a fantastic, phenomenal deal. So if you guys can afford to do the Iris bundles, most assuredly take advantage of this. It's going to be daily. You'll have to log in. You'll have to, give them your $4. But it's a really fantastic deal. Also worth mentioning, if you haven't done the Sears Lunchbox, great time to start. It's another 100 paid Iris. It's 100 stamina and 10 free Iris daily. So really, you get like 400 Iris out of this beast. You get a lot of Iris out of there. 300 of it is free. It's paid Iris, but it works like free Iris. And 100 paid Iris. And, I mean, it's a phenomenal value. Now, this is a great way to segue into what I'm talking about. Now, but before I get to that, the main thing you want to do with this free Iris is save. We have an anniversary coming up, guys. And there will be paid banners. And in all likelihood, you probably will not get what you want completely MLB'd off of the banners. Buy your Iris, save it. If you do the Sears Lunchbox and you do all 4 weeks of this, that's 1,500 paid Iris you do not have to worry about. Pay attention. Good times. All you got to do is buy 100 Iris after that. Normal price on 100 Iris is $7.99, so it's like we're getting it almost half price. Now these are the US prices. The price I have to remember. It's actually significantly more expensive outside the US. Canadian price is like $5.50, I think $5.49 Canadian. I know it's $3.99 in British pounds, so it's like almost $1 more in Britain. And it's $4.49 euro. So those of us in the States actually have the cheapest price in this around. So it's kind of nice I will be taking advantage of this. Now, on to a slightly more serious portion of the conversation. If you guys haven't been following along, there is a fan beats page now for Danmachi Memoria Freeze. I don't have all of the details. In fact, not all the details have yet been provided to us. But fan beats is like a crowdsourcing site, a lot like a GoFundMe, but for mangakas and animators and people like that. It looks like they're having some issues, and I don't know if this is related to the worldwide pandemic or not. None of this is confirmed, so don't start spreading crazy rumors. Don't get too wild about it. I did ask the Danmemo account on Twitter, and they did confirm this is not going to affect the US side of the game. There was something said about voice actors, so maybe they're having an issue getting voice talent in Japan. That is unfortunate, and that does affect those of you that play the JP side of the game. The best thing we can do right now, let me also say, I am well aware of the financial situation of most people right now. This is why I said this is a very serious conversation. In the United States, I'd say worldwide, we're in a major recession at the moment. United States, our unemployment is at a really ridiculous high for, recent memory, basically, at least for the last decade. A lot of people don't have money. A lot of people don't have the ability. I thank every day for my channel that gives me the ability to do things like this, so I can definitely go back in and support the people that make the games that I truly love. If you have been looking for an opportunity to support Danmemo or Danmachi or whatever, it's a really great time. Take advantage, guys. Every little bit counts, right? And I understand a lot of people watching this are free to play and can't afford it. And I'm in no way telling you that that's a bad thing. This is and one of my favorite things going into this game was how awesome it was for the free to play player. But as a content creator, I like to give back as much as humanly possible, which is why I have kind of taken the transition into whaling, and why I've taken some of the funds away from the other game and put it into this one, because I think as a game, this gets a ton of support from its creators in Japan, and a ton of support from the original author of the light novels. And we're at a very interesting point in the game where we've just got some one-off stories. They're doing adaptations of other things that were never animated, that are just really, aside from the light novels, unique to the game. And it's a gacha game. It's a mobile game. Most mobile games are pretty simplistic. To have a mobile RPG that has all these elements and has that level of support, I highly believe in giving back as much as possible. Now, when the Fanbeats page is finally live and we get all the information, I will most certainly be also donating there. But if you really do care for this game and want to see it continue, and you do have a little bit extra something here and there, at minimum consider doing Sears Lunchbox. Your $7 a month can go a long way to helping them continue to produce really good content for this game. And this is in no way saying that these people are, how do I word this? I don't want to tell anybody to take food out of their mouths or out of their family's mouths, but there's a lot of you out there watching this probably are looking for a great way to get a little something more. Like that extra 10 iris a day doesn't really seem like a lot, but if you're like me and you're saving iris, that's 300 iris at the end of this. That's almost a multi. So definitely consider it. I mean, it's a little tiny fraction of nothing that can really go to help these people that are trying to produce content for us. Support the people that create the content that you enjoy, and they will continue to produce. It's very simple. But the basis of the video was more to talk about the iris sales, let you know that this is a fantastic opportunity to get a lot of iris extremely inexpensively. I'm hoping they actually do more sales. That we come back and we get the 400 iris without the hero lights for $20 again, and maybe they'll even do some more sales coming up on the anniversary. Take advantage, guys. I most certainly will be. That is kind of the whole point of the video here. I know that it's kind of fragmented and it's a weird conversation. It's not one I really look forward to having, but I think it's important to understand what's happening on the back end of this so that we understand that our money isn't just going to some giant, those of us that play Dokkan, I think Akatsuki has definitely made their cash. When we're talking about crowdfunding a game, that sends a message to me that there's maybe not. And once again, when the Twitter account for the US side of the game is telling me this will not affect the global version, I get it. But I also want to make sure that we are taking care of our community to the best of our ability. That's enough rambling. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section down below. Don't get too excited. This is not the end of the game. This is not a doomsday scenario for the game. This just might be a big change on the Japanese version of the game, and that is truly unfortunate because, I don't know about y'all, I mostly play the Japanese voices if I'm ever going to actually play the game. It's more natural sounding to me. I just don't. Just support the creators, guys. That's pretty much what this is about. 100 hours a day, $4. Go do it, guys. That's the video. Let me know what y'all think. Definitely have the conversation down below. This is not Doomsday. Don't start that. But it is definitely time to maybe consider giving a little bit back. That's the video, guys. Like, comment, and share. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I promise the next one will be a lot more fun.